Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dan, and I am back, this time with a completely new series. This is the first episode of Make It a Double Battles, where I'm going to be starting to teach myself Series 12. I have not played any Series 12, and I really haven't done, much laddering at all since about Series 7 probably. So it's been a while, but this team is one that I put together. It's going to be my first attempt at a Series 12 team, and we're just going to see how it goes. I assume I'm going to be starting from Pokeball tier, so it's going to be quite the experience. But first, a quick brief overview of the team that I'm going to be running. So I thought Kyogre and a Steel-type restricted seemed really good, since it's going to be a double restricted format. Solgaleo is the one I ended up choosing because of how well it compared with the Spectrier. So I haven't played anything in this format, but I did do a little bit of reading about things that are doing well. So this Spectrier with Choice Scarf will always outspeed everything in the format that isn't Scarfed and unboosted, including Regielekis. But most importantly, this Solgaleo's speed is that after Bulldoze goes off, because it's going to drop with Full Metal Body, it will outspeed both Calyrex Shadow Rider that's max speed and a max speed Zacian, because I wanted to make sure that those two things were things that I beat. Kyogre is pretty self-explanatory. I went with a Calm Mind set that I ripped directly from a different paste that I had seen before. It just seemed like it was a pretty good set overall. The Entei set, Sacred Fire, seems really good on the format because of how many physical attackers there are. It seems good into a lot of the sun things as well, because I have Snarl, and Safety Goggles on it means I can't get Spored or Sleep Powdered by a Moongus or Venusaur, so it's really good against those. The Tornadus works pretty well with the Kyogre as sort of a backup mode for Tailwind control with Icy Wind as well. And then the Grimmsnarl is just another check against some of the powerful Psychic types, specifically Calyrex Shadow Rider, and then I can set screens with it. Darkest Lariat's decent damage into those, and then Thunder Wave is the last form of speed control. So yeah, I'll be swinging right on into my first ever Series 12 battle pretty soon. So let's go ahead and dive right down into it. Alright, and we are looking at our first ever Series 12 battle. So this is an interesting team that the opponent has here. Zacian is obviously a threat. Rillaboom with Fake Out. I mean, honestly, I don't see what they have to stop this Spectrier Solgaleo from just starting to go in, so that's what we're going to go with here. Because even the Gmax Kingler's ability can't drop the speed on it. Entei seems pretty good in the back, and then Kyogre, of course, just... I don't know, they've got a couple things to beat the Kyogre, but it'll just clean up here, probably. No speed control's fine, because Bulldoze is basically my speed control. Yeah, let's go ahead and lock that one in. I forgot there was a tier before Pokeball tier, so I am in beginner tier, which is rank 1. So this is going to be an experience. See if I just get my butt kicked, having never played Series 12 before. I really like his trainer card. That is a sick trainer card. Longtime viewers of the channel will know that I care a lot about trainer cards. So we've got a Toxtricity and Rillaboom lead, which is okay. So I've got Scarf here on the Spectrier. Will-O-Wisp into the Rillaboom actually seems like a decent option here, because I can Max Quake the Tox, definitely kill it. I'll have Will-O-Wisp threats for a lot of other things. And this Rillaboom's not going to do a lot, because I sort of think it's going to have knockoff that might go into the Solgaleo, but that would be a really bad time for it. Yeah, I'm going to lock into Will-O-Wisp on Rillaboom. We're just going to go ahead and Max Quake this Toxtricity slot. Especially with just one restricted, I really don't see what he's doing here. He didn't even set grassy terrain, did he? Is this just... Yeah, this is beginner tier. I have a feeling this is just his in-game team that he's decided to take into online play. Yeah. Oh, okay, so he is maxing something. Great, great. So the Rillaboom is going to max. It's not the G-Max version. Wispier is going to be nice. This thing's not going to do a lot at this point. But basically, I'm hoping he max Darknesses me after this Wisps connects. Because then it's not going to do a lot of damage and it'll trigger my weakness policy for me. But yeah, Max Quake's going to go out first. This is a pretty fast Solgaleo set. That Toxtricity's got no shot. And we're going to start buffing our special defense. And this will trigger weakness policy. Thank you very much. Special defense is back to neutral for Spectrier, but it's still buffed on Solgaleo. Oh boy. This is... yeah. This is what it is. I imagine these first couple days are going to be this. But there'll likely be some good battles in here. And like I said, I haven't played VGC style battles since Series 7 because I've been doing a lot of draft stuff. So it's a good refresher for me. I'm locked into Will-O-Wisp. I'm just going to switch out. Let's put in the Kyogre because that seems fine here. And let's just launch another Quake into that. Does he have anything he could switch in to punish me for that? No. Let's just launch another Quake into the Arcanine slot. And then I'll have Spectrier in the back if I want to get Bulldoze going. So, this seems fine. Yeah. Here comes the Max Quake. There goes Arcanine. I don't even think that thing was Intimidate. Not that it would have mattered with Full Metal Body, but... that's fine. Goes into Kyogre. Does a negligible amount. I guess a max grass attack there could have been annoying, but like, it's burned. He doesn't have grassy terrain up. What's it actually going to do? Zacian's going to come on out. I'm just going to go ahead and Ice Beam this Rillaboom, and... no, let's play this the smart way. Let's Ice Beam into the Zacian, and Quake that slot as well, get that guaranteed knockout, unless he has Protect, and uses it here. Zacian will get a Crunch off, Solgaleo will eat that all day, Quake comes on out. Yeah, we're gonna lock up this first game. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here that we will in fact lock this first one. Obviously, I've got to play smart here, but I mean, I'm gonna eat this Max Overgrowth and just Ice Beam. That does a decent chunk to me. There's still not a world that he wins this, though. Because he can't break this Solgaleo even out of max with Rillaboom, and Sunsteel Strike is just going to close up this game. But, yeah, I imagine these first couple of games are going to be like this until I start getting into higher tiers or back into Master Rank. But it's to be expected, and we can deal with that and just grind on through it. This team looks pretty fun to use as well that I'm using, so I'm gonna enjoy it at least. I will be trying to play with a bunch of different restricteds. I'm not gonna say all of them because I am not playing with Nebby. But there will be a bunch of restricteds in use. I could have protected there to guarantee a 4-0, but it doesn't really matter. Solgaleo will just do exactly what I need it to. Alright. So, it's an interesting game, but I'll be right on back with the next one. So, our next opponent is in rank 3. He still only has that single restricted Zacian. Yeah, okay. A Landorus lead looks not at all threatening. Trick Room? I don't know. Kyogre lead seems really good here. The Solgaleo lead again seems really good here. Everything on the team seems good here. Let's see. If he's going for Trick Room... Now, let's just go with the Kyogre lead and then have the Solgaleo Spectrier in the back. He doesn't really have anything at all that threatens this Kyogre, and yeah, this should be fine for me. Because if he does have that, I forget the name of the poison water type, Toxapex. Toxapex Landorus, I mean, that's a little annoying, but I'm fine with it. I will absolutely clean up that Toxapex in the back. I could launch an Ice Beam here into the Landorus, but I just feel like Origin Pulse. Origin Pulse in the rain. Yeah, and then we can just Icy Wind instead of Tailwind here, and save Tailwind for a turn. Because Icy Wind will lower the Landorus' speed enough, and it'll also deal a good chunk to it. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Yeah. Okay, Origin Pulse is going to go off. This opponent's rank 3 instead of rank 1, but it looks like I'm going to have to win about 3 times to get out of this particular rank. I will double connect, take out the Landorus. I'll deal a little bit to that Toxapex. He might try and Toxic Stall me, which he is going to try and Toxic Stall me. Okay, so that's a choice that he can make. Basically, I'm just going to conserve it. And yeah, I just conserve it. I conserve the stuff in the back. I'll just Ice Beam that Hydreigon. And I don't really want a Tailwind here again. I just sort of want to... Now let's taunt the Toxapex. No, I gotta Icy Wind first, then taunt the Toxapex. So this guy's gonna try and stall me, which is fine. Yep. This is fine, because this Hydreigon's gonna just absolutely eat an Ice Beam here. He didn't max it. I'd be surprised if it survived this thing. This Kyogre is not very invested in attack before I start Calm Minding, but I haven't needed to be for these 2 KOs. I'm also not carrying Thunder on it, which I know is on a lot of Kyogre sets from the pastes I've seen. But I wanted to do Calm Mind just because it seemed cool to have a really bulky Calm Mind Kyogre. Cinderace will come on out. Now we Tailwind. And Origin Pulse, I'll be outbeating the Cinderace, it'll be a Fire type. Then all I've got to deal with is this Toxapex, which I will have Solgaleo come out and do very handily. It's not the G-Max version, so it can set fire. Origin Pulse here can miss. There are ways this can go wrong. Just not a lot of them. It survived. Okay. Good for them. So it's going to turn into a flying type. It will get this Airstream off, which is nice for it, but I can just start Icy Winding again. Gonna be working down this Kyogre. Oh, it's Life Orb. Okay. It's put itself on a shock clock. Then a shock should kill Kyogre, and then I've got a really very clean crit change. I don't even know if that would have killed without that crit. I think it would have. I hope it would have. For his sake. And then Solgaleo is just going to come out and Max Quake the Toxapex. So yeah, these first few games, not super informative. It's just me playing with a team I built to beat specific things. They're not running with specific things, but they're just playing with a collection of Pokemon they have, it feels like. Which, you know, is fine, especially in the lower ranks, which is where I am right now. It's about what I expected, but it makes for interesting content, I guess. The Cinderace will die, this Max Quake will kill Toxapex. Oh, double crit, cool. And so now at this point I'm just going to Quake, kill this Toxapex, and hopefully start moving up in the ranks and finding some more challenging battles. The Toxapex goes down, I'll move to 2-0 on the day. Honestly, if I don't... whenever this episode ends... If I haven't had any great battles, I'm going to reuse this team at some point, because this is a fun team. But I will be right back when the next battle starts. Okay, so I gained over a full rank that last time, so I'm now... I imagine it's actually something to do with if you get on a streak, you start gaining points faster. Like I said, I haven't laddered in over a year, close to a year and a half at this point, so I forget exactly. But looking at this team, we've got our first double restricted team, so it's a step in the right direction. Yveltal's pretty annoying for Solgaleo. It's actually annoying for a lot of the things on this team. This Yveltal is something that, when I was looking at this, I'm like, I'm not going to do exceedingly well into. Especially when it does get triggered by that Comfey with the weakness policy. I think Screens with Grimmsnarl looks pretty good. Let's get Kyogre out. Solgaleo on the back seems really good. And then Late game Torn seems good as well. I need some form of speed control that's not just Grimmsnarl spreading paralysis. So yeah, the Yveltal matchup is pretty tricky here, but he's not going to lead the Yveltal, which is nicer for me. Drizzle will come on out. Okay, so this is Grassy Surge, Rillaboom. This is interesting. I definitely want to set Reflect here. Now, do I think he's going to fake out into me, or do I think he's going to max something and attack? I'm gonna max Hailstorm this Rillaboom. And he's gonna max the Cinderace. Okay, so this Rillaboom will die, and I'll have Reflect up in front of the Cinderace unless he fakes out. And then Tornadus will come in, and even though I don't have a Calm Mind set up, this will be very decent damage output here. I was thinking about waiting and getting in the Solgaleo, but I didn't want to switch in the Torn into a hit and then leave it vulnerable to a Grassy Glide to take it out the next turn. If he doubles up and takes out the Grimmsnarl here, that is fine by me. And if he leaves Grimmsnarl alive, also fine by me. Okay, here's the fake out. Good. Crits the fake out. Doesn't matter if this is a double up. Okay. Airstream instead of Steel Spike means this might... Into the Kyogre. Okay. That's interesting. So... Rillaboom's dead. Great. And then I can still get up Reflect. Rillaboom's not dead. That's AV. I feel like that has to be AV Rillaboom. I know I'm not very invested, but that feels like it has to be AV. I still put up Reflect here. I feel like with the way he targeted that turn, I Reflect and Max Guard, and then I can Thunder Wave next turn. Right? Yeah, that feels fine. Reflect, Max Guard, Thunder Wave next turn, and threaten KOs. Because Grassy Glide will... Yep. Then I'll have Reflect up. I'll Thunder Wave the Cinderace, and... Oh, okay, that feels good then. Really good. Yeah, because I don't think Grassy Glide through Reflect is gonna at all threaten this Kyogre where it is right now. And I think we actually Hailstorm again? Because it'll be a flying type still, so that makes sense. And I think that's AV Rilla. Then we'll just let this Rillaboom get a Grassy Glide off. It'll be fine. Yep. That will threaten me. Oh, okay, that miss makes it considerably less fine. Yeah, so now Kyogre's super threatened by everything. But Cinderace is going to die right here. But if Zacian comes in, I might have a problem. If Zacian comes in, I kind of need to go for a... Do I go for a double sack play? Let's see what comes in. But if Zacian comes in, I think what I do is I para it and then let Kyogre and Grimmsnarl go down and finish it up that way. Yveltal comes in. Okay. That's different. So Yveltal can't max. It's in grassy terrain for another turn or two. Let's see. 2 turns of grassy terrain. Maybe I just Darkest Lariat the Rillaboom and protect the Kyogre a turn. That doesn't feel bad. Yeah, let's do that. So, the Grassy Glide will come into the Kyogre here. Yveltal goes for Tailwind. Okay, so I will have late game Tailwind advantage over it with Tornadus, but this Darkest Lariat's going to... Will it KO the Rillaboom? I actually don't know. It does. Great. Tailwind Yveltal. Okay. It's very interesting. So I assume that Zacian is the last thing here. I kind of want to let the Kyogre... It's Urshifu. Okay. That changes things. We Thunder Wave the Urshifu. And... It's... Okay, that thing, based on the Comfey in Team Preview, that's got to be a weakness policy of Yveltal. So I don't want to just Ice Beam it. So let's get Origin Pulse out for some chip damage. Thunder Wave connects this time. So it's back to neutral speed basically. So Oblivion Wing won't quite kill this Kyogre. I'll be able to set Light Screen next turn. But the Surging Strikes will kill Kyogre if it goes into it. And that's fine. I don't know if this kills Grimmsnarl. It does. Okay. It was close. That's fine by me. Origin Pulse can come on out. Deal decent amount of chip. I'm gonna set Tailwind to get Tailwind advantage. Actually, with the amount of physical bulk I have on the Kyogre, there's also an argument for Air Slash in here, I think, because I will be faster than that Urshifu. And if he protects this turn, Okay, let's think this through. If he attacks Yveltal on the Kyogre, it'll kill it. Urshifu into Kyogre will probably kill it. Urshifu into Tornadus will kill it, but Tornadus is going to be faster than Urshifu. And Torn attacking Urshifu should kill it. But Yveltal is faster than Torn. I think Air Flash into Urshifu and Protect Kyogre is really safe. Yeah, he went for Protect, which is fine there. Because the worst that would happen would take me down to Sash on this Urshifu here. I mean, onto this Torn here, and then I could reassess that turn, but that play was fine. Air Slash will take it out. Now we just got to deal with the Yveltal. Deflect is gone, but now we can match Tailwind. And I'm okay Ice Beaming here because... Am I okay Ice Beaming here? Yeah, I'm okay Ice Beaming here. No. Yeah. Okay, so even though it'll trigger Weakness Policy, this might still kill at this range. Sucker Punch, I don't think... Actually, it probably does. That's fine. Then I'll set Tailwind, and I'll have the speed advantage because his Tailwind is gone. And I've got Solgaleo. And Sucker Punch will not kill Solgaleo. I'm not going to give him an Icy Wind boost, though, so let's just Air Slash and Sun Seal Strike Yveltal. This should be good for me. Yep, that should lock it up. I'm not super invested offensively into this Solgaleo, so it might miss the KO, but it would kind of shock me. Okay, so that'll wrap it up. So I think this will wrap up my first episode. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and thank you guys for starting to watch my new series. Bye!